am I going to do the Inferno speedrun? I don't have a tbow, so no. Dude, I want to do it. I want to do the Inferno speed time on my iron. I only have a Bofa. It's just gonna be a complete waste of my time and a waste of all my supplies. You just don't bother going for speed tasks without all the megarares. You don't do it. It's hard required. It's so cringe how every GM task in this game is just a mega rare check now. It's honestly sad. What's up, everyone? We are back. It is the Inferno GM speedrun, but this time we've thrown our tbow in the trash. That shit is played out. We don't want it. We don't need it. A lot of people think you need a tbow for this time, and it's not even close. You absolutely do not. So I'm going to show you how to get it done on a budget. No tricks, no chins, no Jads skip, just maximizing the impact of the completely fucking overpowered and broken blowpipe. Here is the gear that I would kind of soft suggest that you bring. As always, the magic percent damage staff is dealer's choice. The boots, the rings, the gloves, do whatever you want. They don't matter. Just come locked and loaded on task with your Missouri and your crystal, and we're good to go. If you want an extra brew or you want an extra bastion potion, both are totally defensible options. Just ditch one of the several sand fuse that we will inevitably leave the Inferno having not used. How we achieve this time is going to be to maximize our blowpipe impact. So it's our best DPS on everything before Jad and Zuck. So we are going to try to solve the waves in a way that lets us blowpipe something constantly. And we'll get into all the individual situations when we get in there. So let's just pot up, let's put on some music, and let's get it done. Alright, you know the drill. You can do the Ancient Mace spec in your player-owned house to boost your prayer if you want to. You can hit that prayer regen pot, divine arranging potion, heart, angler up, and we're good to go. So people think that the tbow is the star of the Inferno, the great illusion of the tbow, and it's really not. It's the blowpipe. The blowpipe is doing all of the heavy lifting for the Inferno. I mean, at least until like a 55-minute time. So we're gonna make use of that. We're gonna show that you can still easily get this time without the mega rare. You can do it just fine with the Bofa, because what you're really doing is just leaning on the blowpipe for 90% of the content. Drop your pots here so you don't accidentally click on them. How is this fucking random event in here? What is going on? We're going to be starting the waves aggressive, probably up until around wave 40. I want to be able to attack something all the time, and starting in the center is just going to make it so that we spend as few ticks as possible running towards a mob. I'll try to point out some stuff that I'm doing here early when the waves are more chill. For those 6 nibbler waves, I'm always going to be sending blood barrage so that I can avoid them getting clumped up and then having to clean up 2 separate clumps if I freeze them. Free fire it? Not a 40. We always want to see the 40. When I kill blobs, I walk into them. This prevents the meleeer from dragging towards me and splitting from the other 2 mobs. This gives our barrage the best potential to get a one-shot and save some time. So if it's at all possible, I'm always going to be stepping into blobs when I kill them. Try to keep them all cozy. Okay, let's step in. See if we get a one-shot. Pretty good. 1 barrage. unless things are, you know, dire later on or there's some other extenuating circumstance, I'm a one barrage Andy. You send your one barrage and you clean it up with the blowpipe. The blowpipe is so fucking overpowered, and that is kind of the whole theme of this speedrun with the Bofa. One barrage, headshot, nice. Six nibblers, oh no, that's next wave. I always kind of get tricked by the plugin right before the wave expires. It starts displaying the next one, and I get a little ahead of myself. Oh, see, I did it again. I thought I was on the melee wave. I was on the 6 nibbler wave. It's alright, it's late. I'm fried. Alright, we're staying aggressive on these early waves. I'll just start with melee on in case he's right there, but you'll always be able to get it on in time. Let's bring him down so I don't have to pray. Oh, he's dead. Blowpipe goes crazy yet again. I'm gonna try to stop these bats from seeing me for as long as I can. I'm always trying to make sure the melee dies first if it is not extremely inconvenient. He has the longest death animation, so leaving him for last is just a guaranteed way to be losing time consistently. Oh nice, the melee is just trapped here. I don't even have to worry about him. This is kind of a cute configuration. Alright, we'll kill the blob. We will pull in to prevent the split. Send our one barrage. Let's redivine, make sure that it's always up. Tank a few blob hits. While he dies, I'll shoot this. Nice, got him. The melee's stuck back there. That's kind of annoying. Let's kill these bats, and then we'll go deal with this. I would have preferred it if he pulled in, and then I could have used the west pillar to pull the blob up, but this is fine. I didn't lose that much time. I'll lose more time doing much crazier, stupider things. Alright, this is more of what I was looking for from the last wave. Can use this west pillar to kind of pull things in for me so I don't have to lose so many ticks running later on. Let's get this major. Oh, I'm not getting him. There we go. Alright, we kill a blob, we pull in. We put on augury, we try to get the headshot. We do not. I'm gonna barrage this again since they're still two alive. That's a rare case where I might send another barrage, but I won't make a habit out of that. long as we don't lose ticks, we can walk this guy down and safe spot him just to save a little bit of prayer. Ooh, I left a little early. It's not worth going way out of your way to do that, but if you can just blowpipe walk him while you reposition and the ticks are all the same, you might as well. Okay, we always blood barrage our 6 nibbler wave. There's going to be 3 in a clump alive, so I'll send another one. Kind of bad barrages, unlucky. That luck will come back around for me later on, I know it. You will not see me flicking my prayer very often in this run, and I will absolutely never be 1-tick flicking. I might lazy flick rigger at some points when things are chill, but our prayer is infinite. It's not even going to be a question of us running out. It will not even be close. I'd like to pull this ranger a little further down. No, he's not gonna come. We'll lose some of this time later when there's deeper major waves and I'm sitting there blowpiping the major, but as you can see, we're well ahead of schedule. We won't lose that much time though, you might be surprised. My guess is that it will be around, 60-minute run. I want this blob to pull in, so let's just tank a hit if we need to and pull him around. This will be a little bit more convenient for me. I can kill him and have the bloblets be stacked and get a decent barrage, and then I can just go Bofa the nibblers if I need to. Ow. Alright, the double... Nope, not yet. We'll just tank a mage hit, it's fine. Pull him around. We'll let the blob pull up while we kill this ranger. My health is, not amazing, so we could always take an extra second here to a phantom if we need to. So one more. All right. Gross, everything's far away. I hate this. This is a real waste of time. I should have just gone out and met the wave and started off-ticking them, but it's fine. If you want to let stuff pull up to your pillar, like we've got the time to spare. You're not going to be, really struggling, wishing you hadn't done that. We'll be fine doing things like that every once in a while. Dog shit barrages. Am I gonna get chomped? Yes. Never punished though. Let's kill the meleeer. I'm always trying to find a way for him to be maybe not necessarily the first thing to die, but not the last thing to die. That is my goal. Nice, soft wave, easy. A cheeky Bofa? Now we can just pipe him. It's faster for me to just grab him now. Oh, he didn't die. I was hoping. Sometimes the dead NPC is fibbing. Yeah, I wish I had more to say. There's nothing really fancy happening for a while. There shouldn't be anything fancy happening ever, but these early waves are extremely routine. I'll try to point out when I'm thinking about something that's like a good habit or something to form, but these early waves are really not where the content is going to test you speed-wise. Alright, let's see if we can get a barrage. Alright, step in for the blob. Send a barrage. Let's deal with this meleeer while he's trapped. I don't mind flicking the blob for a second. Then I'll pull around, kill the ranger, let the blob come in. Beauty. I don't need the HP right now. I will at some point in this run. I always end up having some period of time where I fucking forget to put on a prayer, or I don't think something has LOS to me, and then I'm thankful for these blobs. Let's kill the meleeer while he's trapped and flick the blob. Same thing as last wave. Damn. Die, thank you. Alright, double blob waves. I like to start behind here. And just start off ticking them. Go overkill the ranger. Oh, gotta catch the blob. We're good. Uh-oh. Mouse is getting low battery again. I gotta start charging it before I do content. Hasn't punished me yet, but I feel like it's been close. These double melee waves, we can always start in the center if we want to. We can trap them on the big mob just like it's a pillar. So if you wanted to be a little bit more aggressive and you didn't want to start back like I did, that's fine. Send some specs. I feel like I've been sitting on them for too long. All right, let's pull one of the rangers around. As long as we don't lose any time, we'll just blowpipe walk him over. There we go. All right, 6 nibbler wave is coming up, so I'm gonna get my blood barrage right up close, try to one-shot them all without creating a bunch of clumps. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna barrage them twice. My nibbler formations have not been kind to me this round. This has been kind of a drag. All right, the major's here, and you're gonna see that we don't need the tbow. We don't need the tbow because the blowpipe is gonna put in work. It's not putting in work right now, but it will. There we go. All right, we're always going to be trying to isolate the major and kill him first. If we have to kill a bat here or there, it's not really the biggest deal. Them getting respawned with 13 HP is usually just one blowpipe shot, but if we can easily isolate the major, that's always our priority. Alright, the major's pretty far away. I'll try to just tag some nibblers on the way down. Chance to melee hit, it's fine. I don't want to have to kill both of these bats and then respawn them both. I think it'd be a little bit faster to just get the major out of the way. I'm trying to be as aggressive as I can while the waves will still allow me to. So if that was a later wave and the major spawned so far away, you can just chill behind the north pillar and wait for it to pull up and like Bofa it if it's too far away. But since our blowpipe is better damage, I'm gonna try to get up in the major's face as much as I can. I should have been a little bit more aggressive there. I thought there were more things in this wave. It was just the blob and the major. I didn't have to wait for them to pull up to the pillar like that. That was kind of silly. Let's read Divine. Alright, let's get rid of the bat. Let's bring the major around. Ideally, we don't kill this blob. Blobs getting respawned are not like a bat. They're not just going to be, you know, a 2-tick commitment to kill. They'll respawn with low health, but you'll have to clear their bloblets again, and if blobs are getting respawned over and over again, it's just going to suck so much time out of the run, so If I have to kill one and get it respawned, it's not the end of the world, but I'm definitely gonna try to avoid it if it's convenient. Just grab that with the Bofa. Kill this bat that's on me, and then we'll take care of the major so the blob can't see us. You can 1-tick alternate the mage and the blob. You can 2-tick alternate them if you want to. You don't really need to 2-tick. It's really good for when you want to go much faster later on, but like for these 60-minute runs, I don't think that you'll have much of a need for it. I'm gonna top up my HP here. Send a couple barrages. We don't do this often, so every once in a while, if we can max out on some bloblets and B99, make the waves go a little bit easier as they start to get harder. Alright, just the major and the melee, so let's be aggressive again. Let's start closer towards the center of the room, see if we can get the major down quicker. Nah, he spawns in Narnia. Alright, let's pull him around. We'll safe spot the melee. I'm not gonna kill him. Let's get the major out of here. Something you can do, if you want to save a little bit of time here and there, you can get the major really low and then finish off the meleeer and then kill the major during the meleeer's death animation. That would be like ideal, but you don't have to worry about stuff like that. It's just an option for you to consider. I probably should have just started bofing the mage from the max like safe spot range of the meleeer, but it's fine. I'll waste a little bit of time here if he respawns the melee, but doesn't look like he's going to. Ah, motherfucker. Well, I regret it. It's good to have some waves where I waste a whole bunch of time. Shows how, you know, shows how generous this time actually is. We don't really have to be playing particularly well. Always be trying to pull the major into the pillar like that. If something swings down along the left side because you did that little pillar rotate, then, you know, just either off tick it with the major or just kill it quickly and start working on the major. When the melee digs like this, it's a pretty good chance that they'll just auto off tick, but if they don't, you can always just step under the meleeer on his attack tick. It's much better to chance a melee hit than to not be protected from the major. So if you're ever in doubt, just keep your mage prayer on and tank a melee hit to figure out what tick he's on. He's not very accurate, and you know, if he max hits you, then you're out, I don't know, like 46 HP or something, so you'll be fine. Not sure if I killed all the nibblers. We'll do a nibbler check in a second. I think that there's some on the west pillar. So let's kill the major. Probably rotate around to the left and drag this blob in. Then I'll worry about the meleeer when he digs. Okay. We'll just kill the meleeer here. I shouldn't have done that. Should have just killed the meleeer while I had him trapped there. Now he dies last, and I lose time. Alright, let's pull the major in. I'm gonna be lazy here and actually use the Bofa for the first time because I don't want to off-tick the major and the meleeer. I don't feel like it, so I'm just gonna sit here. Gonna stay potted. I'll just reset his dig timer. Nice. Alright, the major's low, so I can kill these melees and then just send one pipe to the major. And, you know, unless he one-tick respawns him, we'll be fine. Those like one-tick respawns are worth chancing. His odds are very low. All right, we could run out and off-tick them because if we ran out to the right, the ranger will see us first, but I'm just going to be ultra patient, let him pull up to the pillar, deal with the major. You know, as I said in the beginning of this video, and I've kind of reiterated many times, I'm always going to be like pointing out little things we can do to go faster and have better solves, but we don't need to be executing those things to get this time. Even on this run where we don't have the tbow, we're doing it with the Bofa, our power level is a little bit weaker gear wise. You still don't need to be doing all that much. You just have to spend minimal time doing absolutely nothing. Bad solves are still good enough and much better than waiting around to try to figure out the perfect solve. Just start attacking something. We'll off-tick these and kill the major. Alright, let's kill this one back because he's going to reach us and we'll safe spot the other one. If there was a meleeer in this wave, I would stay and burn down the major, but since nothing's coming to us, let's just take care of the nibblers and try to maintain our pillar health, and then we'll kill the major. It's just the ranger trapped on the pillar over there, so I'll go deal with him later. I'm not under any time pressure during this wave. That's something that can be very useful to think about and like remind yourself during these waves, is like whether or not you're on the clock for something, because it can change your solves. You can leave yourself in kind of a sticky position if you are on the clock but you're not aware of it, and during these waves without a meleeer, like there's really nothing going on. I want some HP here, so I let this guy pull up. See if we get a good barrage. We do. Okay, when we get a ranger like this, we can just come here and corner trap him. I'll just chill here for a second while things pull down, because ideally I'd like to be killing this major like insta, so let's just untrap him, take one attack, then transition and catch the mage prayer. You can always deal with that kind of a spawn like that. If there's one thing over to the east on the left side, if it's a meleeer or a ranger, you just corner trap him like that while you wait for the thing that you want to pull in. And then as you run around to untrap, just make sure you catch the prayer one time before you transition, because he's going to see you for a tick as you run around. So ideally I would be blowpiping this major, but I don't want to have to kill this bat and give him just like another thing to respawn, so it'll be another rare use of the long range Bofa. It's got some benefits. It's got some nice range. If there was like a meleeer way back there, we could pick him off with the Bofa as well. It does good damage to every mob in here. Unlike the tbow, which is really only good for the major. Come on. Oh, of course, the last hit respawn. That's what you get though. When you kill things before the major, you don't get to complain. A heal? Nice. This is the dream spawn. What a fucking treat. I just want to wait, make sure the ranger doesn't see me. Okay, we're good. Don't be afraid to burn an extra second or two behind the pillar if you get like a big way to the west. Unless you have like the... Fuck my life. Humble. Yeah, unless you have like the LOSs memorized. It's not worth risking taking a big hit. I say that I just fucking took a range hit off prayer and it hit me a 0, thank goodness. I'll pull this major over in a second. I'm just gonna off-tick these guys and kill the meleeer so that I can rotate around the pillar a little bit more easily and pull this major in. I'm not gonna kill the ranger here. We'll just pipe him down a couple times and then deal with the major. Again, not ideal. He does get a respawn off, but hopefully that's just 2 pipe hits. I don't know if we're gonna get to this south pillar in time. The south pillar might be doomed. No, we'll get one more wave out of it. That's nice. Probably should have been killing this meleeer. I'm doing a lot of suboptimal things. But that's even better on runs like this where you're trying to showcase, you know, getting a time and you're alleging that it's not super difficult, so if you're not playing especially well, that's even better to prove your point. That was another situation where we had a big corner trapped and we just have to catch the prayer one time as we let the corner trap drop and rotate around the pillar. All right, we're gonna just safe spot this meleeer. So we're pretty much at wave 60 here, and we're, you know, still on a sub 60-minute pace. As you can see, you know, we don't really miss the tbow. Yes, it is slowing us down, you know, technically, but we're doing just fine. All right, this one's a little awkward. We gotta alleviate the corner trap. Just make sure you do it on a tick where the major is not also attacking you. I don't like having to kill this ranger here, but because I want to be blowpiping the major, I don't want to spend too long trying to solve the wave, so let's just bring the major in, corner trap the melee, kill her. Hopefully the ranger doesn't respawn. I see. We'll get his ass too then. We're wasting a lot of time, but I imagine my guess for the 60-minute completion is probably not too far off. Maybe 61 if we keep playing these waves properly. This is kind of awkward. The major's hard to get to, so I'm just gonna kill the meleeer here so I can try to get to him. I could drop back and Bofa and off-tick them from like against the Zuck tiles, but I honestly just can't be asked. Alright, now don't panic as this meleeer comes in. We can run towards him right after the major attacks and force an off-tick like that. This is a great spawn. We really want the major to spawn north of the pillar like this, and then if a meleeer comes in, you've got all the time in the world to force an off-tick. Just don't panic when you see him, you know, sliding in. Just try to understand how fast he's moving relative to like the major's attack cycle, and go meet the meleeer just anytime the major has already attacked, as long as it's not 3 ticks ago. We'll transition here for, you know, 5 seconds, let the major pull in. I'll kill the bat. We got specs, so let's just nuke this major. Maybe we can kill him before the melee digs, that'd be nice. Make it for a pretty chill wave. Grab that nib. Nice, yeah, we're shredding the major. Beautiful. Meleeer safe spotted. Clean this all up. Let's kill him before he digs again. We'll waste a little bit of time if he does. Alright, the stinkiest wave is next, and then we're just on to Zuck. I have like 8 sand fuse left, like The modern Inferno is hilarious for your supplies. Like, you just get to bring in an infinite amount of everything. Alright, let's go grab the major. If he respawns the ranger here, I'll just go back behind the pillar. Okay. I'll just attack him from here so the ranger can't see me. Grab some HP back. Oh, he's not dead. That sucks. Nice. All right. That's pretty much waves done. We're chilling. I haven't used a single brew dose. I've got like 10 sand fuse left. I've got a full regen pot left as well. All right, let's transition. Oops. When the meleeers dig, I can just safe spot them, go get the ranger. So yeah, as you can see, like, the waves are done. I didn't flick anything. I didn't even lazy flick my rigger. Like, I'm just perma camping everything. You do not need prayer. Ring of the Gods is crazy. I'm not gonna kill this ranger. I'm just gonna buy myself a little bit of time. I'm always attacking something, and then after the next range attack, I transition. That was a nice double ranger wave. No stack. I could just kill the major at my leisure. It's a thing of beauty. Let's rearrange my pots a little bit for Jad and Zuck. Oh yeah, don't forget to we haven't needed our brews yet, but we will want them for healers, so don't forget to pick them up before the waves are over. All right, double major. My pillar is not even close to dying, so I'm not going to be able to let it fall and kill the nibbler, so I'm just going to grab him. Then obviously we're just going to get both of the majors low before we kill one after another so they don't respawn each other. My bastion's running out, I'll repot. We bring enough divine for the whole run, and the regular bastion pot will just be for, you know, if some of the Jad healers fucking box me down, or I ever need to brew, I can just insta re-bastion and it'll be easy. Blowpipe is still technically better damage on the Jads, but I'm just gonna Bofa them so I can kind of just chill here and tag healers and not risk getting pulled in. We don't need to rush now. We're way ahead of schedule. This is unlosable unless we lose it for ourselves. Beauty. Bofa doesn't have like the biggest max hit in the world, but it does hit very consistently, so it's nice. Can be relied on. Alright, for triples, I am only looking at the last thing that attacked me. As soon as you see the next Jad move, you can completely forget about the past. You're only ever responsible for exactly what attack just came out. Just slowly tag all these healers, one of them safe spotted. Let's go back here so only one can attack us. Beauty. I'm gonna go down here for the healers. All right, let's just brew up to full and redivine since it's gonna be falling off for Zuck anyway. All right, rigor goes on. We get ready to right click. Well, I have not killed Zuck with a 4-tick weapon in a very long time. I am probably gonna miss a lot of attacks, but that's okay. We've got all the time in the world. We've done what we need to do. Now we're just chilling. Okay, it'll be a ranger first set. So I'll just get ready to toss my blowpipe on and hopefully burn him down before we get over to the left side of the screen. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just send a spec. I'm not going to need the heals. Let's just delete them. Okay, we'll send one more Bofa. Nice, dead. Grab the major, and we're back on Zuck. Not the best hits. All right, let's finish off the major. I like to turn my camera around. Makes it a little bit easier for me to see the Jad hits. Let's tag these healers before we go into the corner. We'll finish him off. Okay, he's dead. We could brew up again here for healers. I don't have my fucking crystal on, bro. I'm so stupid. Oh my god, no wonder our damage wasn't good. I'm just missing all of my fucking damage boosting gear. That's so bad. Alright, well, the sub 60 I promised isn't coming for us. Unlucky. Oh! We lose? Nope. That was a very, very fucking embarrassing misclick. But hey, never punished. If that doesn't kill us, then this run is destined. Let's just re-bastion. Finish up the job. Oh my god, bro. There's no way we fucking did the whole Zuck with no crystal and then tank a Zuck hit at the end. That is absolutely shameless. So yeah, we're left with like, you know, 3 Sandfew serums at the end. I didn't flick a single fucking time. Went in with, I don't know, 3 or 4 brews and we've got 2 left. You don't need the tbow. You don't need it. Blowpipe goes crazy. Bofa does a very good job on the things that you need it to do a good job on. Pretty much just Zuck. Yeah. I hope that was kind of a helpful showcase for inspiring some confidence to go get this task done with the Bofa. Very, very doable. Absolutely nothing special was done here. If you don't have a tbow, just send it anyway. I am wishing you very good luck on your Bofa Inferno speed and all the other CAs you might be trying to get done. Maybe on a budget, maybe not. But until next time, good luck, boys. If there's anything that you really want to see a guide, a walkthrough on, please leave a comment and let me know. Thanks.